Hey guys, so a little bit of a job I got here. This is one of my trade jobs. So what we got here is a bad transmission. Replace the transmission. Didn't get to show the work yesterday, but it's a little bit the truck. That's the old one. So doing a trade job. Basically the guy bought the transmission and doing a trade for the work for this Tahoe. Tags are back in 2017. So basically right now I got my nephew helped me out, and we're gonna put the transfer case in. We already got the tranny in. There's the transmission, the transfer case. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Alright guys, just a quick video. This is my donor vehicle that I got. It's a 2005 Chevy Yukon. It's got a 5.3. There we go. Talked to the guy that owned it. Said it had a rebuilt transmission, so I'm going to use that for the Silverado. I already pulled this stuff out. Got ahead of myself. I'm on a time schedule, so kind of a time crunch. Just want to give you guys an idea what it looks like. I believe the tags are backed up since 2017. Got the power seats. The tags expired in August. Those are not even the right tags. The guy told me 2017 is when the last time it was tagged. There we go. All right, I'm not going to show you guys the work. I've done it before. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch. I'm not at my house, my nephew's house, so I'm going to start tearing things apart. But I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going, YouTube? All right, so it's been a while. I'll be posting a video pretty soon on the installment of the Silverado engine, but ended up going with the 5.3. Still debating. I might pull it back out and put this 6.0 in there. I was going to talk over with the owner because I sold it, and so I'll see if I might buy it back from him. If not, it's okay. Go with the 5.3, but basically going to use it as a daily. Not sure if I'm going to do this as a giveaway, but right now I'm going to keep it as a daily, but I'm going to fix it up and then bring you guys along and show you the process. So the engine's in, and the transmission from the owner lied, told me that the transmission was good. Basically, I bought the truck with knowing that the engine had a bad head gasket. The guy told me that the engine just had a bad head gasket. He even gave me the head gasket part to replace, which was right here. So his story was, there's a head gasket. So you guys be careful out there. These guys lie. Basically, he pulled a fast one on me. My GMC was running. Only thing that needed with the GMC was get it smogged, which I knew this one wasn't going to be smogged because the engine was it had a bad head gasket. So I figured, well, I might run into some issues. Well, it was everything. Basically, he sold me a shell, and he pulled a fast one on because that 6-cylinder, you guys comment or not, you know, they probably go about 55. Anywhere you can get 55 for one of those V6 and a manual. And I traded him because I wanted the VIN number on this one showing that it was an 8, and possibly potentially giving it away. So that was the reason why I got this one, and I didn't keep the V6. Otherwise I could just kept the V6 and just put a 5.3 or 6.0 in it and kept the 5-speed manual transmission in there. But I wanted to not mess around with the VIN number on this one or have any problems with it if it's a giveaway. So, and it's a clean title, and the other one was a salvage title, so that was a win for me. But knowing to begin with that this was just a roller, it wasn't a fair deal. The guy should have gave me some type of cash offer on top of it. That's the way I feel. You guys give me your opinion, or on the comments, let me know how you feel about it. But I think the guy pulled a fast one. Plus my 6-cylinder V6 had a bag set up in the back. It had the 4-link done already. It had the tubs done. It had the doghouse in the back. All I need to do is be welded in. But for me, I didn't need that. I didn't want that because I wanted a daily. I didn't want to put more money into putting in a bag suspension. So I was gonna go with the daily regardless. But still, the value of it, it's like probably $6 grand for that to get done. And anyways, yeah, he pulled a fast one on me. Also, this transmission, I wanted to give it a second try, and give him the benefit of the doubt. He told me, oh, it's a good transmission, this and that. So I put a new filter and gasket for the transmission pan. Bought new fluids. That cost me about over $100 just to get that done to it. Put it back in. First I had to take it out, then put the engine in, then I put it back in. The second time I put it in the first time. That was the first time I put it in, but I had to take it out once and then put it back in. Then it started making a clicking noise, and it was a tapping noise. There was a bolt hitting the bow housing, so I had to take it out again. I didn't know about the bolt hitting the bow housing until I took it out the second time. Fixed that, put it back in, ran it. The noise went away because, of course, there was a bolt loose from the bow housing, and it was this bolt up here on top of the bow housing. Then took it for a drive. It was moving for a little bit, and then boom, not even that long, as soon as I took it out to the main road, third gear gave out. So yeah, piece of shit transmission, piece of shit motor is a 4.8. I checked out the VIN number, so originally it's a 4.8. Basically the whole drivetrain was no good on this truck. So basically it was a roller. You tell me, a roller, to me it's about what, maybe 1,500 or less for a roller. You got no drivetrain at all. And then the cats, this is the original cat out of this truck. Check it out. So that looks like an aftermarket one. That's an original one. So I have check engine light coming on right now. So not just that, it might not pass smog because of that. Okay, so I have to replace the transmission out of pocket. That came out of pocket for me. I had to go get another transmission, and I got another cat, original cat, right there. So out of pocket. Motor I already had because I bought it before. So everything, I bought those things and put it into this truck. So yeah, you guys be aware of those things when you're purchasing. Like if it was me, I mean, I probably would have felt more bent about it if I didn't have this stuff, but I had it around already. But yeah, to me, my GMC was a little bit more work than this truck. But regardless, things will turn around, things will be better. So anyways, Now I got the motor in. I'm gonna put the transmission in, and that's why I gotta give you guys a little bit of an update, let you guys know how things are going. This bed is no good. Check this out. Look at all the cuts. Cut all into that. Cracked here. Look at the work they did. Cut all that up. For what? That makes no sense. It's not even bagged. It has leaves. That's it. It's a foot kit. And then I'm gonna have to weld the frame because they did the bolts. They did that C-notch right there with bolts instead of welding it. And the bed shot. Look at all the ugly work they did. It had a wing on it, took it off because these were just falling apart. All the Bondo and fiberglass they put on here. Look at that. So, I'm gonna get rid of the bed. Oh, not just that. Look at this rust going on here. Corner was hit somewhere, right here. Door's out of line, as you can see. So, yeah, that has to be fixed. So, I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, but that's it for now. I'll get back to you guys. I'm gonna put the transmission in, and I'm not gonna record that because I record me putting in the one that didn't work. But I will show you when it's in and driving. All right, guys. Oh, also too, I've been busy. We had termites, and if you remember, the garage was very full from this wall over to the other side of the wall. I had to move everything away from here. They had to drill in. Anybody that's had these before, you know, they have to drill into the concrete. So here's the markings they drilled right there. They're all over the side of the inside the garage. There's some right here, right there, right there. So they have to treat the frame so that they're not eating at the frame, the termites. So anyways, I had kind of a setback. About a good 2 weeks I had to not play with the truck and on that project, and focused on this garage. And I still got to do some more. I got a lot of stuff in the house I have to go through and get rid of. Hey guys, well, I got this truck going. Put in the transmission. Wasn't the only issue. I put the transmission in the backyard already. Well, so like I thought, transmission was no good. Second gear doesn't work. I went and spent the money on changing the fluid out, new filter. So yeah, that's not good. Not just that, I really got screwed on this truck. But it's okay because I got the title, clean title, and it has here in California, it has the VIN number for V8, so which is a good thing. So that's the plus side. But otherwise, I had to rebuild the whole truck. Here we go, is the dash out of the Yukon. I didn't show that. I pulled that out. So that has all the features and the power doors and whatnot. Here's the seats out of the Yukon. They're more of a lighter grade than the dark charcoal grade that I wanted. So I noticed the Yukons have two-tone. Hold on, let me see. I was working on, just trying to see if, got this thing apart right now. I was gonna see if this control module, switch it out. This is gonna switch the whole dash, but oh man, this thing, I needed. So I was having problems with the brakes. this. I kind of still do. I think it's either electrical problem. So taking off the things off the list of things that need to be done, or check engine lights that are on this truck. So one of them, that the battery light stays on, it's a symbol of the battery, ends up being it's this piece here. So this has to be replaced. You have to pull the whole wire out because you can't take this out in order for that light to go away. There's some type of has like a charge, so it won't kind of like fluctuate. So anyways, they did that on the, I guess, 0506 model. So I just gotta live with the light on for now until I replace that cable. But I'm thinking maybe with that different module it might go away, because the older style doesn't need this cord. So if I do away with the different dash, it's gonna be fine. So I think I'm gonna be able to use this one, this fuse box. If not, I have the one out of the Yukon, which is right here. I was looking through the wiring, they pretty much look the same. Just got to plug in the white plug. So those of you guys that don't know, the black plug is for the harness, like that, for your engine. White plug is for the dash. So not just the transmission I dealt with, stereo, the guy told me he didn't want it, it was no good, it didn't work. Ended up working, I ended up fixing it. It had a bunch of wiring issues. I found a bunch of other wiring that was not done right here. Some kind of Mickey Mouse work. Just kind of wired it and put tape. I didn't even solder or put anything else. So yeah, I had to go back and fix that, but I got the stereo to work. Engine runs good. I believe it's a 5.3. I've driven the 4.8s before, and they're kind of a little more sluggish. This one gets up, it's pretty good. Anyways, I had some rust issues back here in the corner, and I wanted to see, well, why was there rust coming out of the side? Well, check this out, guys. Look at that fucking hole right there, dude. Well, and then also too, sporting my Project Torque on the gas setup. These guys are on Houston, Texas. Heroes Customs 209. There you go, guys. These are the guys I follow on YouTube. Oh, not just that. Look, check this out. I used to go that Bondo. See all that Bondo? All the way down. Look at the door. Oh man, so now I got more work to do. That's cool. And I'll do a video on it and then I'll share it with you guys. So I'll look at the bright side of it. This is what you get when sometimes you trust people and they do you dirty. Like I said before, the guy told me that the motor had a blown head gasket. He even gave me he gave me the packet for the blown head gasket. Motor's no good. Guy told me the transmission was still good. It's no good. That shot. Not just that. I was driving down the road after I got the transmission in, and there was some humming noise. Well, transmission was rebuilt. Nothing wrong with the motor. Thinking maybe there's a driveline. Nope. It is the diff. The diff is shot. So when I pull on this, the wheel comes loose. I lift it up and jack it up, and the wheel comes towards me, forward, back and forth. So there's a lot of play in that diff. So that diff needs to be redone. Now I have another diff, but it's not made for it's made for the Yukon. So it's a diff out of the Yukon. So I might do a full swap on that. Either regardless, I have to either replace it with a used one, get one rebuilt, or rebuild this one. So either way, there's really no way around it. Either I'll go buy one and chance it for the miles whoever I buy it from and use that one as just a straight swap it out and put that one in here. I can't find a disc one. I'd rather have a disc. If anything, I have to go back to a drum one. So either that or rebuild this one. So I'm thinking I'm gonna check out the diff on the Yukon and take that apart and use the internals for that one, because the mounting brackets to mount this on are different than the Yukon. It's totally set up different. The brackets on the Yukon are made for that setup, and this one's made for a truck. So I don't know, cross your fingers guys, see if that works. If not, I might just go get a used one, go from there. But anyway, it's kind of a little bit of an update. This is not really anything that I'm showing that any kind of work that I'm doing. This is more of an update. Yeah, oh, let's turn it on. Let's turn it on. You guys can hear it. Got the check engine light is gone, thank God. Let's see. Gotta play with this. Oh, wrong key. Oh, what the heck happened? I think I disconnected something. Hold on, guys. One of these wires I pulled, I didn't realize that I pulled it further than I thought, so it must have been unhooked. So, yeah. Anyways, here we go. Okay, so I got rid of the check engine light. That ended up being that there was a misfire in the engine, so it was a bad coil pack. So when I changed the coil pack out, the check engine light went away. So took care of that, and it's running on all. I think it was only running on 7 cylinders, so it's running on all 8 now. Airbag, that I have not got to. Every once in a while the ABS light will come on, or the brake. End up being the brake. It ended up being the master cylinder. I pulled the whole thing out, and when I pulled the whole thing out, let's give it a rev real quick. Sounds good. All right, so that's a junkyard motor too. Okay, so then this is the one that came out. This is the original one that came out of there. 05. So 05 has this piece right here, and when I pulled it, these tornillos came out, and it just came out of its place, and then the bolt came up here, and then it was just spinning because it came apart from this. So I don't like the way they made this. I didn't want to go back and try to use this again, which this piece was not the bad part. This part wasn't the bad part. The brake booster wasn't the bad part. It was the master cylinder. And so by taking this off, I didn't want to hassle with trying to get this back in there, and this boot was ripped. So I ended up using one that I had around, but it was out of an 03. It was out of an 03 Yukon that I had parts sitting around, and I put that one in, so it went right in. I used the master cylinder out of the 03. I had to take this out like 2-3 times because it ended up being this unit was good, and then what happened is this one had a little bit of rust on the side, so I didn't want to use this one. Ended up using the one that didn't have any rust, ended up that being bad. And then I swapped this one and used the other one because it was a cleaner one. Ended up being I had to use the same, these were together the same, and then I bled it. I bench bled this one. I cleaned it out, then I bench bled it, put it back in, and it worked. I got my brakes back. So yeah, I might have some air in the lines still, possibly. I'm gonna check, or either it could be a wiring issue, or I'm thinking because the rear diff is kind of slipping, it's kicking on the ABS system, possibly. Or it could be that I have a malfunction wire for the ABS, like the ABS sensor might be finicky in the front, so I'll switch those out. But you got to pull the hub off. You got to pull the hub off in order to take this. I got one sitting. We got one sitting here. So this sensor bolts into the hub, and there's a little bolt that goes in here, and this fits right in that hub. And then you plug this in. So I'm going to use this one. This is the extra one I have. I have a couple of these sitting around. So I'm going to try that one on there and see if I get that. But the thing is, it goes away. So it's kind of weird. Hey, how's it going? Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So my neighbor came over and we chatted up a little bit. Yeah, but basically it hasn't changed. These are the issues. I gotta go with it right now. I am gonna make some videos on some of the things and then give you guys the progress on the truck. But otherwise it does run and drive. I don't want to drive it too much because of the diff, so I changed that out and I can actually get on it, and it's basically going to be a daily. And then I'm cleaning it up. I get in another bed coming through. I got one at my sister's, so I'm going to use that one. That one's not that great, but it's better than this one. It's white but doesn't have these cutouts like it did here. The bed's stock, but on that bed it was hit right here, so it has a little bit of a wavy dent there. I might try to take that out. So but now we got this, so there'll be body work here, body work there. Yeah, but that's about it. I'll just give you guys a quick update. I will do some DIY videos later. But anyways, comment, like, and subscribe. Yeah, remember be careful what you guys buy out there. This kid I bought off of, he left some wheels on this truck, and he wanted the wheels back, and I told him no until he gives me some reimbursement towards that, at least that transmission. I mean, it should be more, because now I gotta buy another diff or rebuild that diff. So yeah, and there was only 2 wheels. There were some 24-inch wheels. They're garbage. And anyways, and this would have been like some of the stuff I wasn't planning to use, like the transmission I put in there right now. I was planning to sell it, so there goes money right there that I could have spent, could have used on a sold it. I usually sell them for like $750 for a transmission, but this is a rebuilt transmission, so I was planning to just sell the one he had in there, which is the one I showed you guys back in the backyard. At least, you know, $400, $500 for it. But that would have been money in my pocket, so that's gone. And now I got to put money for the diff, so there goes more money. The only plus side is it had nothing to do with him, but all the labor is on me. I had to do all that. If you don't know how to do these things, it's going to cost you big time. The motor, I already had the motor, so I knew the motor was a possibility that I was gonna go ahead and use this motor regardless, or I was gonna use this 6.0 here. My buddy hit me up on this one, and I kind of hesitated because of that, because I hadn't talked to him yet, and also too because this is a 6.0. I'd have to tune it for a 6.0, and that computer will work for that 5.3. So that saved me some money right there, and it's, like I said, it's a daily. So the smog too, I didn't want to worry about the smog difference, having an issue, because this was a 6.0 to smog it. So I stayed with the factory 5.3. This was originally a 4.8, but a 5.3 and 4.8 is about the same thing. Check engine light went away, so I should be good to go on smog. Hopefully nothing comes up again, but yeah, so you know, if you guys would, if someone had done this on their own, they would have got really burned. I mean I feel like I got burned. I gave this guy my truck. It had a bag suspension. It was a V6, but And then it was a salvage title, but everything ran. The cab was straight. The interior was good. My interior, I had carpet in it. The seats were better. I had no rips in my seats. This one has a big old gaping hole there, which I'm not going to use those seats. I'm going to use those power seats, so that's not a big deal. But this, like I said, it's coming out of my pocket. Now I got this to worry about. And the bed is trashed, so you know, garbage. So there goes money right there. It's a good thing I had an extra one. It's not the greatest one either, and these beds are not getting any cheaper. So yeah, so you guys out there buying things, you guys be careful out there. Really check to see what it was. And you know, the guy told me like, well, you're checked over, blah blah. Like, dude, how can you check a car when it's sitting there not starting? You can't check really anything until it's running, you know, or physically get into like transmission. You can't check it without putting it on the vehicle. I mean, even if you tear into it, you can't really see what's going on with it until it's moving around. You can get an idea what's the problem, you know. And I looked at the fluid smelled, it was bad, and I had a feeling that transmission was good, but I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. And putting it in, it took me 2-3 times to get that in. First time I went in there, had a bell housing bolt was broke. It was hitting the bell housing, so this bolt holds on to the bell housing. There's about like 6 or 7. I don't remember how many. There's these bunch of bolts like this holding the bell housing. There's 2 of them were loose and they were hitting the side, and so I had to take it back out again. And that's when I found out that the bolt was hitting the torque converter. Put it back in, changed the filter, put new fluid. Fluid's not cheap, and it cost me about with the fluid and the filter about $150 just to get that done. Just to find out that I have to pour all the fluid back out. Go buy more fluid for this transmission. Yeah. So anyway, guys, look for my mistakes, or you know, don't do it. If you're gonna do it, you should just double check. But you know, the good thing about this that I see is I get the videos for you guys, so you guys can see from it, and I'm gonna have more videos for you guys to watch. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you. Bye.